Maya, you might want to think twice about using that kind of Ace Attorney reference here. Oh, Godot. Also, the text constantly slows down at certain parts where I can't make it go faster and I don't know why. It's really weird. Anyway, well, that's about it for episode 1. Until next time! In the next episode, we'll be inviting along more of the characters you all came to know and love. Hey, Professor, is it really okay for everyone to be so, self-aware like this? Ease up, Nick! Sometimes a little self-awareness is fun. Isn't that right, avid video game player? Oh yeah. We'll see you all again next time then. Cute. That's done. Episode 1 complete. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do episode 2 without ending this recording really shortly, so let's go fast, right? Say faster. Let's go. Gotta go really fast, okay? Alright. Wow, it's been ages since we were last here, Professor! Oh, I think I remember this place. Isn't this... That's right, this is where we came right after you were snatched away by witches. In fact, it's where our investigations begun. There seem to be a lot of people around given the time of day. I've seen a bunch of other people wearing top hats just like you, Professor. Has there been some kind of English top hat revival? Not of note. Perhaps there was a wedding. At any rate, I thought I'd introduce you to some places related to last year's incident. Wow, that sounds like fun, right, Nick? Well then, without any further ado, shall we make our way to the next location? This is where we ran into the Great Witch, isn't it? Eve was really on top form that night, wasn't she? You said it! That scene was super intense! My eyes were totally glued to the screen! Our next stop is a famous London park. Oh, you mean the park where Carmini and I were trying to escape from the witches in his car? What is this, a museum trip? That must be where that crazy crash happened, right? After that, Carmini took his leave for the rest of the game. Oh. If we're lucky, the park should still be open at this time. There's something I'd like to show you all, but I better go on ahead and get it ready. Okay. Hey, check it out! It's that Walden puzzle! If you solve the puzzle, you get to enter this spooky secret room. Ah yes, that puzzle was a little arduous, as you may recall. Moving all those heavy blocks around was quite the physical challenge. There's a bit of a crowd around it, so I'm not sure we can get much nearer. What crowd? Yep, tons of top hats here too. I can't even see the pattern on the wall. Not to worry, let's head towards the park instead. Although now that the mysterious accident has been cleared away, there's nothing particularly eye-catching about it. Well, makes sense. Why is that car still there? What the? Whoa, no kidding. I didn't know cars could fly like that. This is most peculiar. I'm quite certain that accident had already been cleared away. It's been a year, so yeah. Layton, what brings you here this evening? Well, if it isn't Inspector Chelmy. Wow! The famous Inspector Chelmy! Pleased to meet you, sir! I can't imagine what you're all doing here. That mysterious incident has long since been cleared up. You say that, Inspector, but there would appear to be something rather out of place up that tree. Would there not? Well, needless to say, Scotland Yard has no intention of divulging any such information to the likes of you lot. Wow. The latent stare. Oh my god, you two. And then again, I suppose it can't hurt to fill you in on the basics. Are you Gumshoe? That vehicle is what you call a game set piece tourist attraction. Game set piece? All on account of your game being such a big hit, of course. How flattering, I guess. Ever since your little collaboration was released, this Wright here has become a popular spot amongst fans. Tour guides are dressing up as the main characters and leading fans around on tours of the city. Ah, that would explain it then. Namely, the reason behind our seeing so many top hats around this evening. Spot on, Layton. Believe it or not, those people are dressing up as you. Cosplayers? How intriguing. I imagine I must look like a fan as well. You might even say I'm impersonating myself. Awkward. Say, what about the car up there? Was that reconstructed for the tour? As I said before, Scotland Yard has no intention of divulging any information on the matter. None. Come on, Chelmy. You can tell us. Well, I suppose just a little scrap of info is only fair. That vehicle is what you might call the main tourist magnet of of this whole bleeding park. Tourist magnet? You heard me right. They felt something really memorable was needed at the end of the tour, see? Some bright spark decided they'd call on a bit of audience participation to recreate the accident as the tour's grand finale. That poor car, if they keep reenacting it. Wait, recreate the accident as in, hey, let's throw this car into a tree again, recreate? No way. I tell you, some of these game fans are brave as a bobby. First they drive along a predetermined course. Then that stone statue over there gets up and chucks the vehicle and its occupants up into that tree, as precisely as possible. I was kind of hoping you'd say something a little more reassuring, like with flawless precision. You know, that there vehicle was thrown into the tree just a moment ago. I'm astonished that such a plan could manage to obtain approval. Me too! Well, you know Londoners, they're all daredevils at heart. It's very popular with the folks over at Scotland Yard too. Huh. But doesn't it strike anyone as a little weird? Weird? What do you mean by that, Missy? That statue was supposed to have been moved by witchcraft, wasn't it? But there's no such thing as witchcraft here in London. That's right. How do you explain that, Inspector? Listen, you lot! How many times do I need to say it? I have no intention of divulging that kind of sensitive information! Oh no, look what you've done! You've made us spell us sad. Come on, Chelmy, don't make the girl sad. Hell, I suppose just a little hint wouldn't be out of order, but this is the last time, you hear me? Chelmy, you're a softie. Now, anyone who's cleared this game already knows that magic isn't the real deal. Exactly. Well, truth is, that stone bloke over there is in fact a robotic bloke, created with the very latest ultra-advanced technology. Oh, okay. Robotic? It just so happens that research has been carried out day and night over at Labyrinth Incorporated, in order to make magic a reality. That statue is a prototype that came through their research. Gee, I wonder if they asked Labyrinth to make Harry Potter. No. Huh. But what's a prototype like that doing here? Well, seems Labyrinth were rich enough to buy up that part of the park. But why would they go placing a statue like that in the park? There's a good reason for that, you see? When that upstart detective took Espella and fled Labyrinthia, they needed some way of grabbing his car and lobbing it into a tree. That's so improbable. It's ridiculous. Funny you say that. Labyrinth's corporate slogan is, making the impossible improbable. If I may interject, why exactly is that robot picking up tourist cars and throwing them into that tree? Peh, why not investigate that yourself, Layton? Well, apparently the president of Labyrinth is no longer in need of magic, so he's donated the statue to the people of London. Inspector Chelmy, do you mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
You've been telling us since the start that you have no intention of divulging any information. But now it kind of feels like you've told us everything. I mean, why make a big deal about divulging things if you're just gonna tell us anyway?
Do you have any idea what you've just said?
Huh?
Don't you lot understand the whole fierce authoritative hierarchy going on between Layton and me?
Authoritative hierarchy?
I always have to say something like, keep your nose out of police affairs, Layton. Even though everyone already knows from the start which of us is the more talented.
Right, I guess. I really wish Gumshoe was here so they could both just complain about stuff.
To be downright honest, I'd be more than happy to tell Layton everything I know, but I can't just do that now, can I?
Aww, so he secretly does want to tell Layton everything.
No, that would be too simple. I've got to stand firm under the steely glaze of all the players and put on an air of superiority.
Spoilers, Chelmy is a softie.
That's my sad fate as Layton's rival.
I thought What's-His-Face was Layton's rival. I can't remember what his name is anymore. No kidding. Well, sounds like that's a weight off your shoulder, Inspector. It's good to vent a little, once in a while. I mean, this is a special episode after all. Inspector, you needn't think about things so much. It's certainly not something worth worrying about. In truth, I have never once considered you to be my rival.
What the devil is that supposed to mean? Tell me, what are you getting at?
My dear Inspector Chelmy, it simply means that I see you not as a rival, but rather as a friend.
As a friend, you say? Well, yes, that's just what I was getting at.
Oh! Is it me, or has anyone else noticed those long, awkward pauses between Inspector Chelmy's answers? I'd abandon that line of questioning if I were you, Maya.
Normally, of course, that kind of free-flowing information only comes from Constable Barton.
Constable Barton, you say?
He's the one who gives too much away, meaning I have to say something like, "Oi, shut it, Barton, I'll do the talking." But he isn't around today, which is why I felt the need to pause. It's all the uncomfortable silences before I answered.
Now that you mention it, Constable Barton is rather conspicuous by his absence this evening. Speaking of being absent, what about Luke? We haven't seen him since he left us and went on ahead. Hey, that's right! Luke! Hey, Luke! Don't tell me he's been abducted by a witch, not after all we've been through. Fear not, Miss Faye. I can assure you he's quite all right. What do you mean, Mr. Layton? Excuse me. If you are concerned about Luke's whereabouts, then I have something that may be able to offer some clarity. Huh? Does that mean what I think it means? Quite right, Miss Faye. It's time for a puzzle. Again with the puzzles. It would appear that before Luke went on ahead, he left us a message. If we can solve this puzzle, we'll no doubt gain an important clue as to his current whereabouts. I don't have time to do this puzzle, so I'm going to unfortunately have to save it up for the next time. But yes, parrot puzzles, all that stuff and goodies. So, I'll have to see you guys in the next video for this thing. Well, I guess it proves that I can only do like 2 episodes at a time. I thought it'd be done already, but no. Oh well. See you guys then. Bye-bye.